Sì, buongiorno, io volevo chiedere all'attrice se alla fine di questi 8 episodi che ha girato, insomma, sarà alla fine o se comunque ci sarà una porta aperta verso una seconda serie, se riusciremo a sapere tutti i misteri alla fine dell'8º episodio.
Yes, we shot the 8 first hours, and right now Frank is in the writing room for the last 2 months, churning out the next 8, and he's very, very excited. The finale of the 8th one, I shot the finale in the first week of filming, and which is so interesting, but it was very helpful for me because there was something so brilliant that was revealed to me and my character that I knew that this is going to be a great show, and I'm going to do my best for the next 7 months because I knew where it was heading. But there's so many endings that haven't, or loose ends that have not been tied, which we're going to discover in the next season. This storyline is she goes undercover as the American nanny purely to get her job back, but we all know the reason she's back at Byzantium is purely to find out which person she works for is responsible for possibly killing her mother and the shooting in Morocco on herself. So there will be different missions every season. It's sort of like 24 a little bit, where the same storyline carries all the way through, but the biggest one is her personal journey, which we will do next year. I'm very excited. I feel like I've taken a vacation from Sam Hunter, and I'm just waiting to put the boots back on, because I love those boots. I was like, hey, don't give those boots away, they're Sam Hunter's boots. I'm going to put them on and I'm going to do the next season with joy. And I haven't felt like that about a character before, so it's good.
Sì.
Sempre per Melissa, allora, intanto un suggerimento, magari un combattimento all'interno del ristorante Alfredo nel prossimo episodio, potremmo proporlo. E poi no, invece volevo sapere le differenze che hai riscontrato con la produzione chiaramente inglese e degli Stati Uniti, cioè vero, noi i prodotti british hanno proprio le loro caratteristiche, sembrano più adulti, più maturi in un certo senso, quindi anche nella serie si riflette, quindi mentre quelli americani un po' più facili in un certo senso, anche se è migliorato tantissimo ultimamente ovviamente il livello. Quindi se c'è stata questa differenza, oppure se per lei ormai si è tutto, diciamo, livellato ad un livello artistico veramente alto.
Great question. There's a theory we believe is in America. Well, any artist, whether you're a painter, a poet, an actress, or whatever, the goal in your career is to have your work be seen. Whether it's a painting in a gallery, you want people to see it. You don't want it so exclusive that maybe your movie's released every 2 years and you get an audience for 2 weeks. So what happened with this mentality was big producers, the biggest script writers, and the biggest directors were saying, hey, we want to make work that people see, which is television. HBO, all those channels started to build this repertoire of work that allowed these film people and that world to produce work that drew actors to television. So now there's no difference between film and TV, it's just the medium that you show it. And I think that's why television is getting so sophisticated, but also when the plasma TVs came out, the HD and the size of the screen came out of your TVs, you can now get a huge screen, easily accessible in the comfort of your own home, and you don't have to go to the theatre. Of course, cinema is always going to be massive and it's always going to have its world, but the cinema was getting smaller and the televisions were getting bigger. So in a way, it's now the same world, and acting comes from your heart, so really, if the character's good, you will draw good actors, which is why you're seeing all these big actors do television. It's just the way it is, and how lovely to have your work seen every week, every single week, instead of maybe every couple of years. So that's the goal, to do TV.
Un'altra domanda, direi la penultima o l'ultima, se non ce ne sono altre.
Sì, volevo solo sapere com'è stata l'esperienza di lavorare con Frank Spotnitz.
I'll also answer the part that I didn't answer about yours. Working with Frank Spotnitz was wonderful. For an actor, your showrunner and your creator is everything. They're the ones that you look at on set saying, help, I need a break, or, you know, let's write something more. Working with Frank was wonderful. I've worked with showrunners that haven't been as great, but this was a joy. And getting back to the America versus England work, really, it's the globe, it's really all the same. America is wonderful at marketing and promo and cutting those sort of trailers that are quick and fast, and you know, we're doing this incredible campaign in America right now for the show. I'm sure you've seen the billboards in Wall Street. It says we're part of the 1% that matter, and everyone thinks it's for Occupy Wall Street, and then you see Byzantium logo down the bottom. Genius, absolutely genius, especially when it's being retweeted by Occupy Wall Street, saying this is us, we're part of the 1% that matter. So yes, America's great at that, but what we have with this show is we're working in Europe. They take care of the quality, the acting, the style, and we have the pace of the Americans with the class of the Europeans. So it's really, but as far as working, no difference at all. I loved working. Maybe the drive is more elegant. The car is the Jaguar. It's English, it's posh. You know, I don't know. It's all the same. It's very good.